എല്ലാവർക്കും താമര ലെഷർ എക്സ്പീരിയൻസിന്റെ പേരിലുള്ള സ്വാഗതം അറിയിച്ചുകൊള്ളുന്നു. On behalf of Tamara Leisure Experience, it gives us immense pleasure to welcome our valued media friends and partners as we come together to celebrate this exciting milestone. Your support has always played a vital role in sharing stories, shaping perceptions, and connecting brands with the wider community. We deeply value the time you have taken to join us as we unveil a new chapter in our journey of responsible hospitality. Today marks a significant milestone for us to sharing our vision, our story, and the experience that define this new brand. ഐശ്വര്യത്തിൻ്റെയും പ്രത്യാശയുടെയും ഒരു പുതു തുടക്കം കുറിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് നമ്മളുടെ പ്രതീകമായ നിലവിളക്ക് കത്തിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് നമുക്ക് ആരംഭിക്കാം. I do invite our esteemed leaders and dignitaries to join the ceremonial lamp lighting. Sameer sir, Mr. Manoj sir, Mr. Leslie, Shinod, and Ms. Pavitra. Please come. Enjoy this event and leave with a deeper understanding of the passion and purpose behind this exciting venture. We are delighted to present a teaser film showcasing the essence of our new brand. It's my pleasure to welcome a visionary leader whose passion, dedication, and unwavering belief have been instrumental in bringing this new brand to life. From concept to reality, he has championed the visions behind this brand, inspiring teams, shaping its identity every step of the way. His commitment to innovations and excellence continue to drive Tamara Leisure Experiences towards new horizons. May I invite Mr. Sameer MC, the CEO of Tamara Leisure Experiences, to address the gathering and share a few words.
Friends from the media, it's indeed a pleasure to have all of you here. What we are about to share with you today is a very meaningful decision in our journey at Tamara Leisure Experiences. And we actually wanted you, the people who tell India's hospitality story, to hear it from us first. As you may know, Tamara Leisure Experiences is a purpose-led hospitality company built on a credo of responsible hospitality. Over the last decade, under the leadership of our Executive Vice Chair, Ms. Shruti Shibulal, we have grown to 9 properties across 4 brands. We have Tamara Resorts, which is our luxury boutique leisure portfolio. We have got a beautiful resort in Coorg and one in Kodai. We have got Obai Tamara Trivandrum, which is our upscale 5-star hotel brand. You're here in one, I'm sure you've been here before. And we also have a very nice Obai Tamara in Coimbatore. And we have the Lilac brand, which is our mid-scale positioning segment, followed by the Amal Tamara, one of the few hotel companies who can boast of having an NABH accredited Ayurveda hospital in their portfolio. So that's our 9 properties across 4 brands, which operates very well across our 3 core pillars of sustainability, wellness and technology. We have now also recently, apart from having invested in these 9 hotels and continuing to build further projects, we have also embarked on the asset-light model, which means we will be taking on projects in the operating lease agreement or the management contract approach as well. Our portfolio has been spread across business locations, leisure locations and pilgrimage destinations. And it is at these pilgrimage destinations where we operate today, including this wonderful property we have at Guruvayur, just 550 meters from the Nada, that we keep returning to a quieter question. A question that does not generally appear in industry reports or in investor decks. The question was simply this: who is taking care of the pilgrim? Let me just give you a little bit of idea around the scale. So, over last year, we have had around 2.8 billion or 280 crore visits in terms of domestic tourism across the country, of which around 55% or 140 crore was in domestic tourism alone. If I have to just give you a physical scale of what this means, just the Mahakumbh at Prayagraj last year welcomed over 60 crore in 45 days. A single gathering larger than the population of most countries, excluding probably just India and China. And there are other locations like Tirupati, which receive between 60,000 to a lakh visitors every day. There are locations like Shirdi, Katra or Vaishno Devi, Guruvayur, Velankani, Ajmer, Amritsar. All of these and many more, they're just not small towns. They are spiritual capitals. They are all drawing millions of faith tourists every year. In fact, in India, there are over 50 pilgrimage destinations which receive over 50 lakh visitors annually by themselves. So premium pilgrimage room demand is growing at over 20% year on year. And that, by some margin, is the single largest segment in our hospitality sector. Larger than the business segment, larger than the leisure segment. And yet, when we look closely, we find a gap. A gap that, given the scale, is genuinely difficult to explain. On one side, we have these traditional dharamshalas, which are affordable, accessible, built with sincere intent, but limited in comfort and consistency. On the other hand, there are global or national hotel chains, beautifully run on their brand standards, but very consistent, much the same way from Mumbai to Manchester, from Madurai to Maldives. Comfortable, certainly, but not always attuned to why the guest has come, the purpose of the journey. The pilgrim or yatri is a particular kind of traveler. Could be a 72-year-old grandmother fulfilling a sankalp made over 40 years ago. Could be a family of 9 traveling together for their first Char Dham Yatra. It could be a young NRI visiting a shrine she's heard about all her life but never seen. In fact, this is quite a growing segment of the young spiritual explorers. The group from a community in Tamil Nadu who make their annual yatra together. Each of them has had to make small and constant trade-offs along the way, between a hotel that opens a kitchen at 4 in the morning or a hotel whose service standards they can trust. This number, as I mentioned earlier, 140 crore visits, does not actually capture what it means. It just means grandmothers holding their grandchildren's hands on temple steps. It means fathers explaining what their fathers had told them. Faith finding its next generation, one journey at a time. We feel the faith guest deserves a more thoughtful response from our industry, and we set ourselves the task of doing so. It's my privilege today, on behalf of the entire Tamara family, to introduce Ray by Tamara, India's first faith intelligent hospitality brand. It's pronounced as Ray, written with an accent on the E, a small typographic mark that does what the brand intends to do, which is catch the light. Ray simply is a metaphor for light, a ray of light. The oldest and most universal way of describing the sacred. It predates every religion and belongs to all of them. The Hindus speak of Jyoti, Muslims of Noor, Sikhs of Ik Onkar, which is one light, Christians of Laxmundi, which represents Jesus himself, Buddhists of Bodhi, or Jains of Keval Jnana, which is the omniscient light of the liberated soul. So in every tradition our country holds, this is the language of the divine, the ray of light. So hence we chose this name that belongs equally and gently to all faiths. Ray, in one sentence, is a moment of light in every journey of faith. Which stands for divinity or clarity, a ray of hope, which is typically the pilgrim's intention, a ray of gratitude, the feeling after darshan, a ray of optimism, which is the pre-dawn departure that is always hard but worth it. Also, a ray of energy, the restoration of purpose the journey provides. A quiet word on what ray is not, because in a category like this, the temptations are real. We have been very careful about the choices we are making. Ray is not a spiritual experience that we are packaging and pricing. We will not be adding chanting playlists in the lobby or marketing crystal-infused bath salts in the name of wellness. We hold a quiet conviction that the depth of what is happening at all of India's shrines every day is best served when hospitality takes a step back and allows space and lets that depth come through on its own terms. Ray does not teach. Ray does not preach, Ray does not perform, Ray prepares. And that is what makes Ray category creating. While branded hotels have already expanded into pilgrimage towns, no hospitality brand has yet built a scalable, distinct category purpose-built for the spiritual traveler. Ray is doing exactly that, introducing an entirely new hospitality framework, one where the operating system is designed around faith behavior, not generic hotel standards. To make this real, we have built what we call the Sacred Hospitality Standard, 10 operating hallmarks, which will be seen at every Ray property without exception. Let me share some of them. So we'll say we are service ready when the shrine wakes up, not when the shift starts. Typically what it means is that there is hot water available when majority of the faith travelers want to go for that first darshan, irrespective of whether it's at 4 o'clock in the morning or 2 late at night. There is, in practice, it's hard while it sounds simple because it is one of the most demanding operating decisions a hotel can make in a faith town, and we are actually making it our default. The other one I can share is the Pratha meal. Thinking of the guest who's going for the pre-dawn aarti, especially the senior citizen who may have medication requirements. And the standard hotel breakfast typically starts at 7, maybe 6:30. Here, we will actually have an early morning refreshment to ensure our guests do not have to worry about alternate meal arrangements while they go at that early hour. Ritual kitchen certification is another one. It's not self-declared, it's actually certified by external bodies appropriate to the shrine each property serves, which means it could be strictly Sattvic, where the shrine demands Sattvic. It could be Jain certified, where the community calls for it. It could be halal attentive, if it is a halal driven location or an Islamic pilgrimage location, and where local tradition welcomes other practices, as in Velankani, where Christian pilgrims may choose to have a glass of wine with their meal after their pilgrimage trip. We will be true to that context as well. This principle is consistent, the expression is local. The other one I can share is the Astitva space, a meditation room in every Ray property. It's not about putting idols, it's not about putting symbols, it's about the guest bringing their faith, the room holding the space. And underpinning all this is what we call the Ray OS, which is a proprietary guest experience layer, built on our CRM, which allows every Ray property to know its guest the way a long trusted neighbor or a family member would. We are building that system that remembers the pilgrim's journey across every Ray destination, which means if you have come to one of our Ray properties once and you go to the second one, you never start at zero again. And then the role that holds all of this together, we have created a role which we believe does not exist in Indian hospitality. We call it the Ray Mitra, India's first shrine naturalist. Think of what a great naturalist does in a wildlife resort. They transform the forest into a story. The Ray Mitra is exactly that, but for the sacred destination. They know the shrine the way a naturalist would know a forest. They talk about the story, the history, the architecture, the thoughts behind the rituals which have been performed in the same hour for the last 100 plus years, and that's what they would bring to life in our Ray property. Every Ray property would have at least 2 Ray Mitras, each will be local to the destination, and each will undergo a 50-hour certification as a minimum standard, and of course it goes in levels, and that's what they do before they wear the title. A few words on where we are starting with this brand as we go live. We open with 6 founding properties. 2 of our existing owned properties, which is Lilac by Tamara and Guruvayur, and Lilac by Tamara and Kumbakonam, will graduate into Ray by Tamara over the next 3 months. I'm sure some of you would have seen or had the opportunity to visit our property in Guruvayur, which sits just 550 meters from the sanctum of Guruvayurappan. Lord worshipped especially as Unnikannan, the divine child. The devotee who travels to Guruvayur travels in a Balabhava, which is the mood of the child. They come there for the Nirmalayam Darshanam in the dark hours before dawn. They come for Tulabharam, weighing themselves against offerings of grain or sugar typically. They come for the first feeding of the child, the Chorun as we call it, in the temple courtyard. For families who have travelled across generations, these rituals, Ray Guruvayur will be the hotel that finally understands what this journey is all about. Elder-friendly rooms, hot water at 4 in the morning, some hot idlis before going for the Nirmalayam, a kitchen that is Satvik certified by a third-party agency, a Ray Mitra who can tell the story of Guruvayur Keshwan, the way of Guruvayur Keshwan, the temple's legendary elephant, in the same breath as the rhythm of the morning rituals. By the way, the Guruvayur Keshwan stories are my favorite as well. And the infrastructure of this journey will at last match the devotion behind it. The next one we have is Ray Kumbakonam, which sits in the temple town of Tamil Nadu, the home of the Mahamaham festival held once every 12 years. It's also the gateway to many temples in the Shaivite and Vaishnavite faiths. And beyond these 2 conversions, we have also embarked on an investment into a project in Velankani for the Marian Shrine, and that has welcomed believers across the Christian faith for centuries. We have also recently started with our asset-light journey. We will start with 3 properties in Palani, Tiruvannamalai and Tirupati, the most visited shrine on earth. From there, we look to move thoughtfully into locations like Shirdi, Katra and other faith destinations around the country. A word on our ambition. We are not setting out to be a niche brand. The spiritual tourism economy this brand serves runs into lakhs of crores, and premium pilgrimage room demand is growing at over 20% a year. This, in our view, is the largest unbuilt category in Indian hospitality, and we intend to build it thoughtfully and carefully at scale. So let me be precise. Ray is not just a hotel near a sacred destination. Ray is a system which understands the purpose of the journey and removes everything that stands in its way. It's not an opportunity to build another hotel brand in pilgrimage towns. It's an opportunity for us to define a new category, faith intelligent hospitality. And we are very clear about responsibility as we go about this. Ray is being shaped on Tamara's 3 pillars: sustainability, wellness and technology, which is within our purpose of responsible hospitality. As we do with other brands, we also commit to focus on energy, water conservation, local procurement, local employment, etc., and partnership with communities which we operate in. Friends from the media, I have one small request for you. I would request you not to describe us as a religious hotel brand. We are not. We are India's first faith-intelligent hotel brand. The distinction matters to us. Why? Because a religious brand would choose only one faith and serve that. A faith-intelligent brand reads the calendar of every faith and with equal care sets a place for every pilgrim with respect and learns the rituals of every tradition with equal seriousness, which is what we will do as we get into every faith location irrespective of faith. Our faith intelligence isn't just a marketing claim, it's an operating standard. We have coded them through 10 brand hallmarks. We have created a role that did not exist before, which is the Ray Mitra. We have built a proprietary technology layer designed around pilgrimage behavior, not generic hotel standards. Our kitchens, as I mentioned, will be externally certified, not just self-declared. And we have done all these religion agnostically by design. The same brand promise will serve a Hindu pilgrim in Guruvayur, or a Christian in Velankani, a Muslim in Ajmer, a Sikh in Amritsar, or a multi-faith pilgrim in Shirdi. No hotel brand in India has assembled all these choices into a coherent category together before to build a multi-property presence. And to the Yatris of India, who are very important for us, on every road and every shrine, we have heard you with intent. When you arrive at Ray, the lights will be on, the meal will be warm, the morning will be arranged. Someone there will know your name and the name of the shrine you come for, and both will be treated with equal respect. In India, faith is not a market segment. It is the operating system of our civilization's existence and relationship to time, food, space, and home. Ray by Tamara, with humility, takes its space proudly in it. A ray of light, precisely placed, and exactly the moment it is needed. Thank you and welcome to Ray.
Light.